Welcome to the another international segment of Bonafide Story. Heart-wrenching visuals are coming from Afghanistan as the Taliban has taken over the nation. Visuals of extreme chaos and panic can be seen in Kabul airport, where desperate Afghanistan people are literally dying to flee out of the Afghanistan. As you can see in the visuals, people are literally clinging on the US aircraft just to flee out of the country. Thousands of Afghan citizens gather at the airport with their suitcases and belongings. The aircraft you see in the footage is a US military aircraft purposely sent to evacuate the US personnel stuck in Afghan. And for the Afghan people, the situation might get much worse as no commercial flights are taking place. During the whole chaotic scenario, 5 people found dead at the airport, unclear of what circumstances. Now let's understand the other side of the story. From the last 2 decades, the United States of America has fought the war in Afghanistan. After investing tremendous manpower and around 89 billion US dollar, what did they achieve? What was the actual outcome of the war? The Kabul has fallen without even resisting. Back when America lost the 1975 Vietnam War, the Saigon incident still remained to be the worst nightmare of the United States policymakers. Why I am talking about the Vietnam War? Because this is a matter of serious concern that will the history repeat itself? Could Kabul be the next Saigon and the USA will be again on the fault? The matter of fact, the US President Joe Biden has been asked the same question and this is how he reacted.
The Taliban is not the North Vietnamese army. They're not remotely comparable in terms of capability. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of a embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comparable.
The situation we're witnessing now shows the extreme failure of the US policymakers. 20 years they stayed at Afghanistan, spent almost $89 billion, trained them, most importantly gave them the modern weapons and equipments with the promise that they are ready to repel the Taliban. But the situation we see now doesn't go with their words. For more insight on the issue, we have Ms. Alka Jain joining with us. Welcome, Ms. Alka Jain. Alka, we know that Taliban has taken over the Afghanistan. Citizens are under extreme terror and chaos. How do you describe the situation happening over there?
First of all, thank you so much, Soumya, for inviting me in your show. So, if we talk about Afghanistan, the situation of Afghanistan nationals, so they are obviously under extreme terror because they have been left completely alone. Even their own leader have fled from the country, saving his own life. He didn't even care about his own people. And of course, we all know that our own country is the only place where we feel safest and homely. But if we talk about Afghan peoples, the situation is completely opposite with them. They are just ready to leave their own country at any cost, at any time. They are moving here and there, hanging on the plane, and many such more things. Even 2 people have been spotted falling from the flying plane, and they have lost their lives. And if we talk about the US, who have been supporting Afghanistan for the last 20 years, US has also betrayed Afghanistan in between, and it has already sent back its troops and attacked Afghans on Kabul airport because they want to, US wanted to save its own people and take its own people back to the country.
Well, Alka, you have talked about the terror amongst all the citizens. I want to talk about the women. Taliban leader said they will impose the Sharia Qanun, the Sharia law. The Sharia law is an Islamic law, which will definitely take a lot of rights from women. How do you describe the situation? How do you describe the Sharia Qanun?
Okay. So basically, Sharia law takes away almost all the rights from women. Under this law, women are almost considered like a slave. So they are not allowed to go out alone. They need to be, with their any of their male relative while going out. And if we talk about traditional Sharia law, women are also not allowed to go to schools, taking education, taking pictures, and many such more things. They need to cover themselves with hijab while going out. Even recently, Taliban have told that they will not restrict girls from going to schools. But what they have done is completely opposite. They attacked a school in which 90 girls were dead. So the fear which women in Afghanistan are facing is completely understandable and genuine because the actions and words of Taliban people is completely contradicting. Even in parlors, they painted the girls' posters as the posters were inappropriate according to them.
So, Alka, my last question is that what is the India's take on the situation happening in Afghanistan? What is the future problems that India can suffer?
As we all know that many Indians are also stuck there. So India has sent an Air Force craft to bring back around 122 Indians. And the country will continue this trail to rescue more and more Indians from the country. So India is already on the verge of war with Pakistan and China as they continue to infiltrate India's territory. And now when Taliban has taken over Afghanistan, we know China has extended its help to Taliban and maintain the good relationship with the group. So there might be a slight possibility that Taliban will join force with Pakistan and China trying to damage India's control over Jammu and Kashmir. Here I want to also discuss CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, which have been passed in Parliament last year. According to this act, people who are facing discrimination on the basis of religion in Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh, those people will be given Indian citizenship without any valid documents. So here the question arises, will Prime Minister Narendra Modi still allow only Hindus, or he will also allow every Afghanistan to his country?
Okay, thank you, Alka, for joining us. Thank you for giving us your precious time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.